All right, coming up, we have our old friend that I haven't talked to in probably 20 years, Mr. Aaron Coyoca, on the podcast with us. And yeah, should be a great episode. Let's get it. This is Midlife Crisis, the #1 millennial podcast with
just the right amount of overthinking. We're back.
Well, everyone, thanks for being here. Aaron, the floor is yours to start. Aaron is, like I said in the intro, one of my best childhood friends from elementary school.
And then we progressively went to different schools and then fell off.
Right. And now he's here on the podcast. He listened recently and just mentioned that he was interested in maybe coming on and, sharing his thoughts on some of the topics that we, touch on. So Aaron, just thanks for being on. The floor is yours, my friend. Let them know who you are and all you're about.
Thank you. I was just going to let you guys know, I straight up developed a parasocial relationship with the both of you after listening to an episode 2 or 3 weeks ago where I'm straight up talking to a wall right now. I'm talking to my phone while I'm responding to questions that they're asking each other. I'm like, wow, I need to be on a podcast.
Nice.
But yeah, my name's Aaron. I am a dentist. I was classmates with Jeff in elementary school from a long, long time ago. Adrian, Jeff, and I have probably shared a room probably been in the same room once of our entire lives. I met Jeff when I was 10, maybe. I'm a dentist now. I make music, huge video game guy, kind of citizen of the internet. And I guess a casual sports fan to some degree, a burgeoning sports fan, if you will.
You fit right in, brother.
Great. Perfect.
Perfect guess for Midlife Crisis.
Yeah.
I remember Aaron as the best basketball player in elementary school that I always wanted to have on my team. I thought I was decent, but Aaron was a hooper. Aaron, he'll tell you right now, he maybe didn't have the best jump shot when I met him in 4th grade, but it always went in. It was pretty ugly.
I was shooting from the chest, not I never really learned how to shoot a jump shot probably until maybe 5th grade, which is kind of a wild thought. But the craziest thing is that I've never been on a team with you ever after elementary school.
Yeah.
Travel ball opportunities be damned. We just never seemed to. I don't think we actually ever played basketball together after 6th grade.
Yeah. You went to the rival high school, where me and Adrian went. And then I watched you get better and better. And you went, and played varsity. I think you said your junior and senior year, while me and Adrian were stuck playing freshman JV for the majority of our high school careers.
We're just warming up that bench.
We're warming up the bench. We're clapping well.
We're staying in shape. That's the most important part.
Yeah. But I just remember always whenever we would play each other in high school, I would always, dap you up, say hello. Yeah. And it was always just
out of the 2 minutes that we would not share. You get 2 minutes, I get 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I remember there was this one time I was at it was an away game at your guys' school, and my coach put me in for I think it was to shoot free throws straight up because I guess he thought I could. And I missed both of them, and then he benches me immediately. It was late in the 4th quarter. I'm why are you putting me in right now? This is insane. I missed both free throws. I get benched. And coach is I put you in for a reason.
Yeah.
And I'm no, please. I promise.
Those are the hardest free throws to make when you're cold and a lot of pressure. And it's your first, free throw attempts of maybe the entire game or the entire season.
Yeah. To this day, I still shoot free throws. When I go shoot around, I'm still shooting free throws.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a trauma response. I don't know if it's just discipline kind of thing. But
got to make up for that
one. Basically, yeah.
Screw you, coach. I can make him now.
Yeah, well, look at me.
Hey, real quick, Aaron, how tall are you?
6'2". I think I've been 6'2" probably since middle school. So this is a lot of the reason why I was the best elementary school basketball player, quote unquote, according to Jeff, because I just happen to be tall.
Yeah. It's coming back to me. I feel like I have you played NJB, right? Too?
Yes.
Yeah, I played NJB.
I know you guys know each other.
Yeah. It's coming back to me.
No, you played
That's
on
why I
a travel
recognize
ball
your
team.
French roll.
Yeah. you played on a travel ball team. Am I allowed to name names here? Am I going to dock somebody?
No.
Jake Ritter, John Stewart. I think they had like the Rebels, I think was the team.
The Rebels, that's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was not on that team. I was on, this is a whole story for later, but like,
Aaron, I want to ask you, because I obviously haven't talked to you in 20 years. So you're now a dentist. Just tell us and tell everybody listening kind of how that started, and just what you enjoy about the job, the challenges of the job, and everything else, that all the secrets of the dentistry world that we may not know. Yeah,
fluoride is controlling your brains, and remote control, sponsored by Bill Gates. I'm kidding.
Right.
For the record,
before you do,
I'm kidding.
Walk us through like how you even landed in dentistry to begin with.
It's a tough word. I guess like Jeff, you could call me a Nepo baby to some degree. I think he and I both saw what our parents did, and with his dad being a teacher and my mom being a dentist, we just figured this seems like a pretty logical and good step to take. We have free mentorship that comes with the package. There's like kind of a foot in the door. Dentistry, like, the answer I give most of my patients is like, I was the weird kid who, like, after recess, I'd take like my pencil and my shoe off and like pick the rocks out of the grooves of my shoes. And that to me just seemed like the most rewarding, fun thing ever. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Like, the bottom of my shoes are so clean now.
Yeah.
Definitely not covered in like shit or anything like that.
Yeah, screw basketball.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, then that kind of led to me, I think, hard committing to dentistry as early as like 6th grade. And I just like did whatever I could to move in that direction. So far as like being able to play, I mean, sports was kind of like this way for me to, supposedly my dad was trying to prevent me from becoming obese. Too late, didn't work. Using that as like college applications, trying to talk to specific like colleges to like get into early admission programs or like pre-dental programs to kind of help like boost the resume. I really hate thinking that I was just like a resume college app builder for like the majority of my formative years, but it happened. Went to college, 4 years of undergrad, and then...
Were you at UCR?
UCR, yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep, haven't left. Have not left.
Yeah.
And then I went to a school in California for dental school.
Nice.
And just been doing that for 6 years now. Graduated in 2020 amidst the pandemic. I was supposed to have jobs lined up in other places in California that just kind of fell through the cracks, and then eventually ended up just working for my parents on the back end. So yeah, it's been a comfortable yet challenging ride for sure.
Dope. I don't have any family members that are in dentistry, but I do have a lot of family members that all went into the medical field, like precisely because we have like uncles and like people, so that's really cool.
It's the Filipino stereotype to become a nurse too. And I joke all the time, like my brother is a nurse and he works like gastrointestinal GI. So I always say like I get the mouth and then he gets the other end. So he and I got the whole body covered. Yeah.
His name is Andrew, right?
Yes. Yep.
Dang. See, I remember that one.
That's crazy. And I think I just recently remembered and didn't hear this from the podcast last week that your brother's name is Jason.
Yeah.
It's all there. The memories are there.
Right. Yeah. Give us just like one crazy or one memorable story from the last 6 years of being a dentist.
Man. I didn't actually
start with crazy.
Yeah. Do I have a crazy one? Man,
do you judge people when they open their mouths for the first time?
Terrible breath? Or no, not at all. Not at all. I want to say I have such a huge collection of data of patients and teeth that like nothing surprises me anymore, and that's why it's kind of hard for me right now to talk about like horror stories. It's like I went to therapy and like digested. Yeah, like I think as I spoke, the horror story came to mind where I had this patient who I guess like thought that she was going to be fine not speaking English. And she instead like only spoke very broken English and like Chinese. She saw this thing on the internet, of course, and she's like, yeah, like you can like fix one of my teeth. Mind you, I'm like talking to Google Translate and we're like phone tag with each other. And she like wants me to fix one of her teeth. And she saw this thing on the internet where you could just like glue it back together. And I'm like, I don't think that's how that works. I don't have that. Then she got mad at me, started yelling at me. Her husband comes in and her husband's like trying to have to talk her down from
being so upset.
Yeah, just super duper upset. And eventually she storms out. Husband's like apologizing to me profusely. So I got inspired to try to learn Mandarin. So that's been like my new little thing right now. But yeah, I ended up just recommending, I guess, a Mandarin speaking dentist in the neighborhood, and said, hey, please don't come back, but you can go here.
Yeah.
I think these people can help you.
Yeah. So you're actually learning Mandarin right now?
Very, very little. At Duolingo, I have a huge Duolingo streak. My wife and I are on the family plan together. So yeah, it's Mandarin, it's Japanese, Korean. I have very, very solid base in Spanish already. I guess like you could call me, I'm attempting to become a polyglot.
Adrian, I have one more like dentist related question for Aaron. Do you have any more for him?
I'll think of another while you ask this one.
Okay, so Aaron, I really enjoy the dentist that I go to, but I always feel like they're trying to maybe like upsell me or catch me.
Mechanic approach.
Right. Well, just like they always say that my gums need this $200 treatment every time I go, and I don't trust it. Would you say that there are some dentists out there that are shady? Yeah,
shady dentists.
Yeah, I guess like the professional way that I've explained this to patients is like a lot of us. We always have like that comparison, right? Like 9 out of 10 dentists recommend Crest, Colgate, White Strips, or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, who is the 10th dentist? And I don't think I'm the 10th dentist by any means, but I've tried to explain to patients kind of in the grand scheme of like all of numbers, all of statistics, like we all fall somewhere on the bell curve. Yeah. Some of us are like super gung-ho, like let's shoot every treatment possible at a person. And some of us are like, we can get by with duct tape and like toothpaste and we can figure it out. Obviously, those are kind of the two extremes.
Right.
But a lot of dentistry tends to be very much just like, what is it that we're willing to do and what is it that we're willing to spend in order to like get a result? Right. Gums, a little bit different. I imagine you're not just like this old dude with like high blood pressure and diabetes and like you brush your teeth every day, I hope, and you floss, I hope.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, little does he know.
Yeah. No, I do. The secret. Yeah,
I do.
But yeah, like I would say that there are definitely some times where it's like, necessary or indicated. So people who actually have like straight up disease, and then other times where just like, yeah, do you want like glossy paint on your new car?
Right. After your regular cleaning or whatever.
Yeah. So it's a bit of both. Like, I mean, like I can definitely speak to the like importance of things like fluoride and other remineralization agents. That's a big word. Surprised I got it right. Yeah, but there's definitely a lot of ways that we can help things out. It's just, cool. I think from the money end, like, I hate when having to have money conversations with patients. It breaks my heart.
Yeah, that's probably the worst part of the job for you.
Yeah, so I don't. I've outsourced that to
delegate it.
Financial coordinators and people in the front. But I try to do it where I can.
For sure. I do have my question now. Okay, give me something that you would want to share with, just like something that you feel like is not general knowledge and maybe should be or should be like. The average person should try to be more aware of when it comes to taking care of their teeth.
I think everybody's aware. I just don't think they practice, because the first thing that came to mind when you said that was immediately floss.
Yeah.
Like I think, well, if I were to put a number on it, I think flossing actually does about like 90% of the work.
Compared to brushing?
Yeah, brushing, like, sure, like you can get the stuff that's like kind of caked on the broad faces of your teeth, but like a lot of the disease and a lot of like the bad stuff that happens to your teeth are in between. So they're trapped in between our teeth. That we get food stuck there. We got like little bacteria that slides in. Flossing will take care of like 90% of your problems, and then you can get that nice little bonus extra credit with brushing.
Wow.
So yeah.
When you put it like that, that's huge.
Yeah. It's the idea. I guess people understand that they need to floss, but I guess like nobody really knows like how important it really is and how big, how like you probably, and this is not dental advice. You probably could get by with just flossing and that's it. I don't recommend that, but like you'd be surprised at the results that could happen from things like that. Your teeth would feel super grimy and gross, I'm sure.
Yeah, 100%. I get you though. It's true because like hearing it out loud right now, it's like most people, like if you applied a percentage of how much it matters to your dental hygiene, most people just, I imagine,
it's like
would put floss around like 10 to 20%. Like, it's nice if I do it, but it's like which. Would you go as far as saying, it's like the opposite, right? It's like,
I would say, it's way more important. Like you can do what a toothbrush does with like a paper towel if you really, really wanted. But
I mean, you all had those moments in college.
Don't have a brush. I'm using my finger.
Use my finger.
Yeah. Aaron, can you obviously tell when someone's lying to you about how much they floss?
I have a method of like just asking them twice where I'm just like, so do you floss? And they'll be like, yeah, especially like when they say it way too fast. That's how I know.
Yeah.
Or like they say, yeah, and they don't look at me. That's how I know. You
can tell.
Yeah. And it's easier to kind of rag the kids on it, like the teenagers about it. But yeah, there are people who are just like, yeah, totally. And I'll be like, are you sure? And yeah, it seems to work.
You probably don't want to make them feel embarrassed, but you also want them to know how important it is, right?
Yeah, of course. I've already kind of developed my like work persona as like kind of a snark. I tend to be pretty snarky and sarcastic for the people who are welcoming to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely motivates the younger adults a little bit easier when you like, yo, like you're scaring the huzz, like with your gross teeth, you should floss. But I obviously can't do that to like a 40-year-old because they're not motivated. They're not motivated by the huzz.
Kind of curious how that would land.
Yeah. Usually that's when you start telling them like, oh yeah, your husband or your wife, like you kiss your husband with that mouth. Like
husband.
Yeah. I got you. I see you.
I'm surprised you knew what huzz were, Aaron. I'm surprised I know what that means.
I feel like I'm like a baby I'm sitting like with like big boys at a table right now, and I don't think I've actually made it past the age of 22. Because that's why I started dental school.
Yeah. So you're very young, right?
Yeah.
Adrian, do you have any other questions for Aaron on his dentistry career?
Okay, last one. What's something that you can think back to, like when you were a teenager, like going in for a dental checkup, whatever, like the yearly, annually, whatever, something that you used to always hear the dentist say that you're like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then now being on the inside, you're like, yeah, I was a knucklehead or however you
I mean, I already said floss, but like, I feel like one of the more important things that people do is actually like just sticking to it. And whether that's like having to wear your rubber bands when you have braces or like just being consistent. I think that's just a general good life, advice. Like I've likened so many things to flossing because unfortunately that's like the only metaphor I have. I'm just the floss guy. But like, yeah, things like
it works,
getting your steps in every day or like eating right or like, processing your emotions or checking in with your friends, like all that stuff is like flossing, but just in different ways. They fill up different meters. So the most important, I think I would say for like a kid, just to make sure that they are consistent, they come regularly, they don't miss a day. Because I've seen too many like young adults who are like, my parents used to take me, then I fell off, and then now I'm like 26 and I have like 1,000 cavities and I'm off of my parents' insurance, so I'm kind of cooked. So staying consistent, I think most important.
Not gonna lie, just for transparency's sake, the last time I went to the dentist when I got hit with that bill and I was like, I should have just fucking flossed.
That's really it. Yeah. That's really it.
Yep. Okay.
For a kid, real fast. You're right though. That's for a kid that doesn't know any better. I think that's the easiest thing that they can process is just be consistent about it, and then you'll be fine. Whether it be,
I think the craziest thing with kids is that they don't have like a lot of like frame of reference as to what consistency looks like. Like 2 weeks for them is probably like a small percentage of their life.
Yeah.
Whereas like, it's easy for us to just jump in, do podcast every week, floss every day. Cause it's, we're older. We have a better sense of like what time
routine,
looks like. I think,
repetition. Right.
Mm-hmm.
You're in it.
Cool. That makes sense. Great answer.
Thank you.
All right. Now, before Adrian asks anything else, I want to ask this. Your music career, Aaron, I had no idea about this until today. And I think you also have some questions for Adrian on his music career. But first, Aaron, you have to go into I don't know, is it DJing? Is that what you got into?
I see the mixer.
Yes, sir.
You have the mic sounds pretty crispy in comparison to anyone else that we've had on the pod.
I told him. Yeah.
That's the shout out Logitech, shout out Blue Snowball. This thing's like $30-$40, not super expensive, for anybody looking to jump into the podcast or just want to have conversations with people, with the boys. I like it.
It's funny.
Not sponsored segment.
We're gonna bleep them out. Pay us first.
Yeah. Shout out Logitech. Here's my bank info. I was always really interested in producing music. I remember hearing dubstep for the first time in like 2009 or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to change my life. So I like tried to get into DJing. I also was really like wanting to play guitar stuff too, because I remember also playing Guitar Hero at like,
that's right,
in like 6th grade for the first time and being like, I'm going to learn, I'm going to do it. Jeff, do you play guitar? I see a guitar behind you.
So I have that there to mess around with, but I can only play the basic chords. But I do remember you were really good at Guitar Hero. I think we played it at your house one time.
I don't think so. No? I remember I think I might have been at another friend's house, so I didn't own Guitar Hero.
Oh, I'm totally wrong.
I did have friends who did have a rock band though. And I think that also kind of like jump started this idea of like, I should become more musical. So it like from like, I guess acoustic guitar to electric guitar, from like pop punk into like other rock genres, and then finally into like the EDM space. I really started to want to learn how to like make beats and make music. So, as with everybody, you download FL Studio for free in the search history. Shout out Nina Geraci for that particular line. Everyone's downloaded FL Studio if you wanted to try to make a music for free at one point or another.
Yep, that's awesome, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so, I just wanted to really learn. I was really into it for a little bit. The college happened. I did a lot of other college tries for other hobbies and things, writing. I guess that was it. Writing was my college try. And then eventually came back into music. I don't want to dunk too hard on like exes or anything like that, but one of my exes was just like, I don't like electronic music or like bass heavy music, like hip hop. Like the bass hurts my ears. And I'm like, okay, I don't know if this is going to work.
You're like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
Was that the final nail?
No, there were lots of other nails that obviously the brain of an early 20s guy could not conceive. But eventually, I don't want to get too far into that. So there was a lot of producing dubstep, a lot of producing from different genres. I also really loved like a lot of like 90s hip hop too, really into like boom bap kind of stuff. Where I was attempting to kind of make beats there. There was a point in time that I remember like freestyling with friends here and there. I kind of have like a little bit of like this background in rap to some small degree. But it came to be that I think I fell deeper and deeper in love with EDM as time went on. But I think like the ratchet never leaves the ratchet side, it's still it's still there. It's still somewhere.
I like that.
Yeah.
But I remember watching a video from a long time ago with Adrian. You were like going through, I think, what was like a vinyl store in like the University Village. I don't remember if you remember this.
I think so. I forget. I know what store you're talking about. I don't remember the video in particular. Yeah, there was a store right by the university.
It's not there anymore.
They ended up closing it.
It's a minifigure store for Legos.
Oh, better.
What was the name of that place? I can't think of it.
I forget, but
Mad Platter is my guess.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think that's it. I think
that's crazy. I don't know where I pulled that.
Crazy that you remember that. So you're producing EDM right now?
Yeah, currently producing
core?
EDM. I've also just jumped into DJing, so I guess you could call me a DJ producer. I don't play shows. I don't post most of my music anywhere. There was a point in time that it was on SoundCloud. Some of it is on Spotify. Because shout out DistroKid, not sponsored segment.
Yeah.
You can throw your music on there for. I don't mind paying $20 a year to have my music exist on the internet.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I had no idea.
How long ago did you start the DJ piece?
Shoot. Even then, this was also kind of in high school too. Like I was downloaded a software on my computer, was just DJing with a mouse for a long time. Then I stopped doing that for forever. And then I don't know when it came back, but I remember I was attending a local show in Riverside. I was buying tickets from one of the performers, like direct from him. And he was like, yo, like, you make music? Do you like DJing? Like, do you want my old stuff? And I'm like, sure, I guess. So it's like this $100 DJ controller, like the crossfaders all bent and like out of shape. None of the knobs are like super great, but he's like, you can have this. Like, I don't need it anymore. So I met this guy in a parking lot where he gave me tickets to a show and an old DJ deck.
That's how it starts.
And music just brings the world together.
Yeah. I realized like that also could have been super sketchy, but like at the same time, I'm just glad it ended up working out.
Yeah.
And then that was back in 2017. Maybe 2017, and then the DJ thing kind of took off from there. Where like I kind of learned how to use this thing. I ended up dying because it was made of plastic and super old. Amidst that timeline before that, like, was do I go into rap? Do I just start writing? Do I start making like songs and things like that? So a friend of mine in dental school, he and I were basically kind of like considered like the rap duo of our class.
Sick.
Making, of course, dental related parodies of rap songs. I'll send it to you guys at some point.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I want to hear.
I'm in your mouth.
Yeah, we parodied Rack City.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Big pause on the "I'm in your mouth."
Can you give us a couple lines from the Rack City parody?
So it was called Wax City because as dental students we have to like wax up teeth. Gosh, I gotta like comb back through this one. Oh my god. No, you put me on the spot. I can't remember.
If you can, it's okay.
Yeah,
I just want to hear.
I know the line I want to say, but I just don't remember exactly how it goes.
If it comes back to you,
it's all good.
Yeah. I'll write it down somewhere.
Adrian, I think you need to also tell Aaron and people that listen, like, would you ever make a comeback and become Aging Not For Sale once again and return to your music roots?
I don't think so.
Why not?
So it's in the past for me. For me, it was really just like once my son was born. Well, actually, let me rephrase it. I would absolutely revisit music, but I don't know about the rap part necessarily. At least not on the same level that I dedicated to it prior. Like as soon as my son was born, I was like, all right, it just doesn't make sense like it did before to me, and I'm okay with that. And then it just kind of became like everything else creatively. So
you could be a ghostwriter.
You know, it's funny. I just hung out with some friends and one of them is a copywriter, like professionally. And he, his background was writing for like music blogs and things like that. He works at, I'm actually not going to say where he works just in case I want to go back there, but
correct. Good answer.
But he does have a lot of like music entertainment background. He himself has also like done music and whatnot. And he came over, we hung out, and he had a buddy that also produces and whatnot. And like, I was like, we're also a little drunk, but I was playing my music and whatnot. And they're like, yeah, like, why don't you write for people? Blah, blah. I will say I always felt proud and pride in hooks. Like I felt like I was pretty good at like the push and pull of like tension build up into like the drop or whatever it was. Like it was the composition of it was everything for me. I didn't think I was like the best rapper or producer even, but I did take pride in like the storytelling.
I really thought you have the rapper voice. I remember like listening to some of your old stuff like for the first time being like, Adrian's got a voice. Like this guy sounds like a rapper, like for real. I think Godspeed is one of my first liked songs on my SoundCloud.
Dang.
I'm an
Throwback.
AG not for sale, like day one supporter.
I think it's one of
I
Adrian's
appreciate
favorite songs that he made too.
I think so. Yeah.
It might be the only
so.
thing that's on your SoundCloud, actually.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. The last time I touched anything music related was with Sterling. It was for his film, which we've talked about in a few of the podcast episodes. But like, he came, he visited, he sat here, and I'm like, we spent the whole day, and I'm like trying to make music to fit this video scene that I keep replaying on the screen over and over again. And I'm over here like just standing up, sitting down, like hype as fuck, pacing back and forth. I'm like, you hear this shit? You hear these fucking drums, bro?
Yeah.
So, and he's like just all stoic, calm. He's like, yeah, it's cool.
and then he used it.
He loved it. Yeah. So, it's just funny. The process of making music is so much fun. So much fun. So, okay.
I think like the industry portion of it was like kind of the thing that turned me off from like, let me like actually make a solid push or an attempt.
Yeah.
Cause like, I don't know people. I live in like the minor city of like Southern California. Like I'm not hanging out with like people who are in the business, you know?
Yeah. You know, it's a really good segue into talking about like the bigger idea of like, I was going to ask you questions about like what you thought about, for example, like services like Splice, and then that was going to lead into like AI and things like that.
I'm super down for that.
Let's start with the industry piece because I mean, it's not like I was over here like signed to a record label or anything, but I at least got, I did get the chance to like do music for Sync placements, and that was cool.
Those are ads, right?
Yeah, like just, you know, placements on like MTV, and like there was like a UFC fight promo that there was a song that I worked on that was used for that, and like some other things. This was like years ago, but like for me, like it checked that box off of like, cool, like all the years that I put into this led to something for me, like some money was put in my pocket.
Yeah.
Cool. Like,
I can say that
right?
This was a productive thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, you know, the creative excitement and like the little kid in me aside, like this at least put some money in my pocket in some form or fashion. But to your point, I think this was also at the time, like with social media, like when we were in high school, at least for me, I think it was like junior year, senior year, I got on Instagram, whatever. I remember the MySpace days, Facebook, etc. It was just like social media. You would put your stuff out. It was like, and then it got to a certain point years down the line where it just like, it started to become like this, like the very early signs of needing to be more performative. Like it was less about the music and more about, you got to post every single day.
Like how can you show up? Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's when
the brand, right?
Right. And it's like, it's not necessarily like exactly the industry side that you're referring to, but that's what it was for me. That's what I was like, all right, this is, it wasn't fun anymore for me. So
it became work.
Yeah.
I started seeing a lot of these DJs and producers on, like, you know, Instagram and TikTok and stuff. And it's like, they seem to be having like the most fun, and they're like just producing stuff and like putting things up there as if they're not trying. Like we have to have a brand of like zero effort, which like requires effort to create. Right.
Right.
And so, but it seems like, I don't know, maybe some of these people who are posting really aren't necessarily like overthinking about the complication of like, yeah, let me just put it out there and just like whatever happens. Like just vibes based social media marketing, which is like, I guess the new that's how we got to do things now. Everything's vibes based now.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. This is a question for you. Do you feel like music has changed because of the way people discover music now, in the sense that everything's like a reel or like the TikTok trend or the dance or the, like, it's like this 1, 5, 10 second piece is the main part that gets repeated, but nobody listens to the fucking rest of the song. No one actually goes and listens to it on Spotify or Apple Music. It's just, but it's taken off on TikTok.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I remember jumping on FM radio once upon a time and hearing like a song I heard on TikTok of like, wow, this sounds so familiar. Where is this? And like, I was sitting with the song for like 2 minutes, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, this is, I know this one. Right. That's the one I really felt old. But yeah, I realized like a lot of like the crazy good sound bites that you get, especially when it comes to like TikTok and Reels, are like the second verse of a song. Like that's how they get you, because it's like you don't want to hear like the bing bong boom bop bam like Kendrick part until maybe like a minute and a half in the song, and then like all of a sudden it's super hype when you get that second peak of energy. Right. So we love that. We love it's the second verse effect, I guess.
It wouldn't be the chorus. It's the second verse.
No. This is the cigarette after sex in the movies.
Yes, so true.
This is because the chorus slaps you in the face and you're like, you do that.
That's great. And then it brings you back in.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like so many of them. Yeah. That's cool. That's why I like EDM too, because it's like it's really easy to throw up a reel for something like that, because it's like, okay, cool, you have a build up, you have a drop. This is the fun part. We know that this is the fun part. It probably might not make like clips or anything, but at least it looks cool and it's very fun. So you know exactly what you're getting each time.
I love EDM too, and I swear I feel like I've seen like a meme video of this, but it's like the drop that never comes, and there's like so much tension build up. It's like like most electronic music, it's like when the drop's coming, and it's like it's so. I mean, all music really is like it's a specific formula, but I love because this is coming from I've considered like I've played with it. I played with house mostly. But I just love that as humans, it's like it's almost like as soon as the music hits and there's a buildup, you can't help but get excited or just have that natural reaction. You just know. Yeah. Right now I'm on my browser as we're talking. I looked up what the Skrillex album that put me onto dubstep back in high school was. More Monsters and Sprites. Were you into that album?
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't like a huge Skrillex guy as a kid, but like I'm actually going to be seeing Skrillex in October, which will heal a part of my childhood, I'm sure. But yeah, like he definitely by far super prolific, like the industry leader for sure in terms of pushing the boundaries of what like how to produce. Influenced a lot of other people underneath him, obviously.
Who's your favorite like golden era hip hop, either rap group or individual rapper?
I feel like I mean, it depends on what you consider the golden era. I don't think 90s. I know Ball that much, but like,
that's okay.
I definitely was like a huge Tupac guy for sure.
Okay.
I was constantly listening to Tupac, and I think it came from this weird portion of like trying to solidify an identity as a Californian. I was just like, and I think the same thing is kind of happening right now for me with Kendrick as well. Cause it's like, wow, like, like in terms of like, I realize like this isn't, Drake and the whole Drake beef and all of that. Like,
I want to say what I want to say.
No, go ahead. No, like
you start. So what you're saying is, you feel like you got to be a Kendrick fan because you won the beef, but really you're a Drake fan.
No, not at all. By no means. Drake is a guilty pleasure for me. I'm going to put that one out there. Not like allegations aside. No, the big thing about like I think I started like really jumping in with Kendrick was like this like, dang, like he's out here uniting the Bloods and the Crips in like the crypto arena or wherever he played like the pop out tour. I just remember seeing that like, was it SoFi? SoFi or the Forum maybe?
I think it was the Forum.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Either way, like it's just like a crazy thought to think like, like we're only selling tickets for people in LA County. Like this is for the community. This is like what's real. Yeah. Right. Like for the actual culture. And instead of it being like this actual culture vulture thing of like, I guess what Drake does. And this is also like part and parcel why I also jumped off of rap too. Cause it's like, this is not my field. I do not like, I am not from the streets. I do not know what this is like. I do not have an experience to share that is like oppressed enough to be like, described with rap.
That's okay. Yeah. I mean, look at Kanye.
Yeah, I mean, I just felt like it wasn't necessarily my lane. As fun as it is, like I'll still spit freestyle in the car every now and again. But like, yeah.
Now I want to hear one.
We should have talked about this like earlier this week because I would have been definitely. I would have had my ghostwriter prep.
Battle on the pod.
I got a question for you. Okay, modern day favorite rapper. I mean, would you say it's the same as this Kendrick and Drake conversation, or is there another artist that you prefer?
Funnily enough, I've been listening to a lot of like E40 randomly.
Really?
I have no idea why. Just from like, I think the sheer funnies of it. I think like a lot of my life has been slowly revolving around like, just do it for the funnies, do it for the plot, do it for the lulls.
Yeah, why not?
Like that.
And E40's just got like that voice, you know, like that. Ooh, like yeah. He dropped something recently where one of the lines was like, you will get shot in your car and you'll get glass on your face. Safe flight repair, safe flight replace. Like, I don't believe it. We're really just making things and just saying whatever we want.
You know what's great about that? Okay, so I used to have this thing with music, and going back to like, I never considered myself like the best rapper, and I don't even think I had the best bars. I do think I had some great fucking bars, but not like the best in comparison to other people. But however, one of my favorite things or observations with artists, like 2 Chainz is really good at this. Kanye West is really good at this. It's just creating like this moment where it's just like, sometimes it's like you say the most basic thing, but it's either the inflection or the timing or... Yeah, or you use like a culturally known piece of humor or tagline or whatever that might be that just causes a moment and it now becomes a memory, and like that's the infectious part of the song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So E40 sponsored by Safe Flight. I'm gonna get my windshield fixed.
Yeah, it's genius.
I think 2 Chainz had a line. Well, I had to borrow from this because as a producer, I was like, I'm just going to start stealing samples from places. I'm not stealing anything. I promise this is not an illegal practice. But like, 2 Chainz had a line of like, you got gingivitis. And I'm like, I like it. I'm just going to clip that and then turn that into a song.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about sampling.
I wanted to talk about that.
Do you do that a lot? Like what's your process like?
You know, funnily enough, after jumping onto the podcast and remembering that AG Not For Sale existed, I'm like, I should start sampling things more. Mostly like starting to like rip clips off of like the internet. I mean, legally, of course.
Yeah.
But
I just want to sample that now.
Yeah. Gotcha. Like I just try to find, I've lately been trying to delve into sampling a lot more lately, just because a lot of my older music tended to be very much just like synth heavy. Just like, let me just see what I can do with like the basics. Let me see what I can do for free. Which technically you can sample things for free. But yeah, like I guess like I'm trying to just find specific clips. Like there are a lot of crate digging that you have to do for old things. Like I'm looking into like old Filipino like original music where they had like kind of like this ballady disco kind of sound. Tinashe for some reason has a lot of songs that have never seen the light of day, but it's just rife with like insane stuff. I don't know. Yeah, Tinashe gets a special shout out today too.
Yeah, I love her. I'm in love with her.
Yeah, shout out Tinashe. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're listening to this podcast, Tinashe. I'm a huge fan.
Adrian, what was your process with it?
Man, okay, so like early on in music, I kind of had like the similar thing where I was like, I don't live in the hood, but I love this music genre so much. Like for me, I got into rap. The first 2 albums that I was ever exposed to was the Millennium album by Backstreet Boys and the 8 Mile soundtrack. Eminem.
Same. Actually.
And then that like just like Millennium album, cool. Love the fucking songs. But then it was the Eminem, the bars and the storytelling that I was like, what? This exists? Blew my mind. And then that led to like the Fat Joes and the Lil Waynes and the 50 Cents on the radio and all those other artists of that era. And then I discovered LimeWire back in the day and just downloaded everything. And then early on in the hip hop days, like Dat Piff days, hot new hip hop, I meant, this was like a music blog. I don't know if you ever used it back like early on before like the site was even built. It was just a landing page and they would have the URL. It wasn't even like a name of the song and artist. It literally had the full URL, just a download link. And every song was just rated like hot, very hot, or very, very hot. And I would just like click through, listen to what I liked. Eventually they upgraded the site and then they would have like the mixtape covers and so on and so forth. So I would just like listen and just like see what I liked and what I didn't like. And then I got to a point where I was like, damn, like I love all this music so much, like, but I want to learn like how we even got here. So then I did like a whole, at least my best attempt at learning the history of like how it started in New York and all the artists that came, you know, from then to now and trying to dig. And then that's what led me to the crate digging piece because of sampling. And that's where I ended up at places like, what is it called? Mad Platter? Yeah. And I had like this like maybe like $100 record player that you could plug into your computer with a USB. And I like tried my best to sample records that way. I think I might have made like a few beats. Or I would just go on YouTube and try to find like some off the wall, like obscure
like
shit.
YouTube MP3.
Yes, exactly. YouTube to MP3 downloader. Or I was big on J. Cole at the time. And I love like the soulfulness, and he would sample a lot too because he was drawing inspiration from Kanye, and which that eventually led me to becoming a huge Kanye fan and going through all the discography, all the samples, and then I discovered whosampled.com, and then I got big into Chicago music and fucking like Joey Purp and Vic Mensa and Chance the Rapper and Kami and like everyone in the Save Money crew. But like I would if any artist dropped an album, I would, and I like to sample, I would see what artists made the song and then go look at their discography and like sift through and find something that I liked. Like the most popular song that I ever dropped, which is called Money, that is a Nina Simone sample that I discovered after Jay-Z dropped the, 444 album? Once he dropped that, like there's like, I think track 3 on the album, track 4, I forget which one, has a Nina Simone sample. So then I went, looked, found that.
Looked for her stuff.
And then, and if you listen to that song too, I actually forget the title of the Nina Simone song itself, but there's a piece where, because she's just talking about being poor and the struggle, but she's like, ain't got no money. And then I just heard it. Like, I don't know. There'd just be parts where I would be listening to a song and then it's like, you just know, like, this is the piece to use.
That's it. I need that. I need to clip that.
Exactly.
So you just took the one word, right? Just her saying money and put it in your song, right?
And the bass.
Or was it and the bass? Okay.
And the bass.
I always thought it was so fascinating. I watched you do it, for years, but it's just, I had no idea what you were doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question on the music piece. What's your opinion on Splice?
Splice, a lot of Splice, but I record straight from browser. So like I will comb through samples that are on Splice. I love that everything's all kind of there.
Wait, what is Splice? I don't even know.
Go ahead. Okay, it's like it's kind of like what. So you pay a subscription. It's a library of loops or individual sampled sounds. It could be drum hits or like a chant or whatever that people will record in their own studios or places where they will, either create the sounds or source them, however, which they own the rights to. And then because you're paying a subscription fee, you have licensing rights to the sample. So then you can use it for your own music.
Okay.
Yeah. Huge database collection of things. It's really nice for specific things like drums. I personally, funnily enough, hate programming drums. So I'm happy to have loops that just exist. I enjoy it. I think it's just like when I have an idea in my head, it's just like the last thing I want to have to do is just put together, especially when EDM, it's just like you have like 4 drum patterns that you need to know, and then that's it. But yeah, like I would rather not think about that until like the back end per se. Sure. But it is really nice, especially for like some of like the most random things like, oh, I need a man screaming, or like I need a car that is like flying by super fast. Like I need specific things. I think that's what it's really nice for.
Have you ever recorded like some random sound that you made and just like manipulated it?
Me personally, no, but I do have a quiet like producer tag that is actually the sound of a dental drill, reversed.
That's
so
sick.
like that, but I have it like reversed, so it kind of acts as like a riser. So that's like kind of in the background of some of my songs that tend to be whenever I just want to have that 16 bar switch.
That's really cool. You could probably turn that into a synth instrument.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I have some stuff that like I guess I'm not super proud of anymore because it's like old and kind of pedestrian, or like I'm not really like, this wasn't my best work, I think. But there were times where I was just like, let me just throw dental drills in places and just like see what happens. And like,
I'm in your mouth.
Yeah, I'm in your mouth. Yeah.
Cool. No, this is a really good conversation. I'd be down to keep having this. Like, I love talking about music.
Honestly, I love music, but like, I also want to make sure Jeff's two of us just like.
I know Adrian also has this other AI artist that he wanted to mention too.
I do. Okay. Since we're talking about it, I'll just talk about it. I think I might have asked this before we hit record. I asked if both you guys have listened or heard of Joy Rhodes. So it's a female artist.
I listened to it today.
You listened to it. What did you think before I talk about it?
I thought it was great. I thought it sounded really amazing. Good. Yeah.
So, who's the artist that it reminds me of? There's this female artist. It's whatever. It's just like this like super smooth, easy listening, like soulful voice. It reminds me of like this like soft music that I used to listen to in my mom's car, like on the way to just shop at Ross or something, but in the best way, by the way, in the best way. It's like, it's so calming and like peaceful, beautiful, like beautifully written. The harmonies in it, amazing. I think I discovered it or came across it earlier in the week. And then because I like clicked it on Reels or Instagram, I got fed a bunch of content this week. And apparently it's not a real artist. It's AI. Everything is AI. Like, but it's so good. This is the first time, because I mean, I've obviously, like we've talked about in the pod with the Rubber song, and there's been other iterations of different music. This is like the first time that I'm like, I'm sad. I'm sad that this is AI, but I also don't know, like, is this weird to say that I almost don't care that it's AI?
You're out of the uncanny valley, man. I think that's what this is. There was a point in time when like Suno was generating the worst, most heinous stuff, and now you like it. So you have trash taste. Sorry.
Yeah.
Apparently. But so you're going to keep listening to it. You would like it, right?
That's okay. That's the thing. This is the decision I've been trying to make for myself, is like, I don't want to like it after finding out that it's AI, but it's so good. And Aaron, I'm going to send it to you after. So you can
I'm like kind of peeping clips right now on the background.
It is so good. It's like, I'm almost more impressed at whoever this person was that prompted to get this song made. Like, I just want to like have a conversation with them.
What did you write to put it in there? Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, it's not even just that. It's just like, because the inflection that they have on the words and like the way it's recorded is like how a singer would actually deliver a word or like sustain a note, or it's so intentional. Like whoever prompted it has to actually know the music piece.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no indication at all that like if you were to show this song or show this artist to a person, they would have no idea. Because you didn't know for a while. You said, right?
I think, well, the only quote unquote giveaway, which I'm not going to pretend like I knew, there's like this almost like raspiness or like whispery slight like frequency or audio noise that like the average person might not catch. But if you make music and you spend a lot of time like with headphones on and you're listening for different frequencies, you'll catch it, that every AI vocal kind of carries.
Yep. I hear it. I know what you mean.
Yeah. You know what I mean, right? Yeah.
I've heard it.
But it's like, it's so like, for me, it's the melodic part of it and the lyrics of whoever put this together. It was obviously done well. So I'm just sad because I do think the music from like how it's composed is really good.
Didn't just a few weeks ago you were saying how it was the process that should be celebrated, and now you're celebrating this AI artist?
I know. I'm contradicting myself here.
I think you're saying that there is a process to it, unfortunately. Like, right? Like, because you're saying the person who had to prompt all this had, like, I presume they probably did it bar by bar, line by line.
Yeah, they had to, because the lyrics aren't bad. And like, there's a story there. So I guess now it's almost like extending my thought beyond just objectively saying all AI is trash, and more if the right person is curating the output in the best way, I'm asking myself this question, and maybe it's a question for both of you guys too, like, does it not matter at that point?
It's where does it become like the line between, is it creating or is it just a tool?
Right.
And I've noticed this, especially like also with sampling as well. Like I am using a thing sponsored by Sound Boost, which is like a thing that helps you like split stems into split songs into stems. So specific, you can isolate vocals, isolate drums, isolate instruments, and it's like, AI powered in order to do that. And like, that is a tool. For some reason, I don't feel nearly as bad about that as I would like, hey, generate me a whole video of like a guy getting thrown into a building, like I mean, that's when you're actually relying on AI, I guess, to actually like do the creating for you, because all you had is an idea.
Right.
But there are people who have bigger ideas and more detailed ideas than just like, hey, can you like make this song about like, can you make a like pretty lady sing a song that reminds me of my childhood, I guess,
Right,
while
exactly.
I'm driving with my mom.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's bar by bar, I'm pretty sure. Like each line has to be probably carefully prompted, like you had said. Yeah.
Right. I don't like, there's some songs that are literally, it's like a one prompt, you put it in, here's the song. You give me the words.
You know, just poops it out and you're like,
this one, because of how it's done, my guess, to your point, is that they prompted individual lines or every 4 bars or whatever that might be, and just iterated until they got it how they wanted it.
I think it also might be specifically trained on like different singers too.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a big thing.
For sure. But yeah, I listened to it today. I listened to more of the songs today to like be able to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
They're all so good. It's crazy. I just like I want to be mad. I don't know how to feel about it. It's crazy.
Guilty pleasure.
Way different than the Rubbers song though. So anyway, that's all I had to say about that one. Do we want to talk about the World Cup?
Yeah, we can be brief. There's not probably too much. You can go ahead and gloat and say your piece.
So I actually didn't see the game today, by the way. So Spain won.
Spain won 2-0.
Oh, perfect. So you just have no fucking chance anyway. You didn't coming into this episode, to be clear.
Right.
But just to add insult to injury.
Yes. The 3 remaining teams are all your teams. Right? So you win the $50. I will Venmo you after this episode. Good job.
I'll put it to a good cause. Wow. I'll put it to some AI generation.
more. What's her name again? Joy something.
Joy Rhodes.
More Joy Rhodes content, please.
Oh God. No, it was fun.
So it was a good game today, and I'm excited for tomorrow. I think tomorrow's game should be a banger with England and Argentina. I hope Argentina goes down.
Me too.
I hate them. I think I just hate them.
Too.
I don't know why. I think it's just a mixture of all the calls that they've been getting and the fact that I don't think they've been deserving of these wins. So I hope England takes them down. Aaron, what do you think?
I do have Messi winning the Golden Boot this year.
Okay.
Just because it was a shot I called maybe right after he hit the first hat trick on his first game.
Adrian,
the
Golden Boot is whoever has the most goals, Adrian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just making sure you do that.
Thanks.
Thanks. Yeah, I personally also don't want Argentina to win.
Damn it, you got me. Yeah. Aaron, who do you think wins the whole thing? I guess at this point,
whole thing. I don't know. My heart's in a lot of different places. I want to say England for the plot. I feel like Spain wins in general.
Okay.
I actually fully believe, it's going to be Spain, England, and then it will be. I'm going to call the shot right now. 3-2. 3-2.
3-2
regulation for
England wins?
I don't know.
3-2 in regulation is a lot of goals.
Spain. Oh, no, not a full regulation. I'm talking. They're going to go to extra time.
Oh, okay.
It will be 2-2, and then the third goal will be scored by Spain in extra time.
Oh, wow! So you're calling the final, and the final
go to Vegas.
In fact, I'm going to put that.
Let's go to Vegas, boys.
Get on Calci right now.
Yeah. I put $20 on Norway to win in regular time in their game against England. And I was feeling great when Norway scored that first early goal. And then England just turned it on. I was sad that Norway is out. I think a lot of people were sad.
Me too. I think Holland kind of became like this figure that was larger than life, kind of this big meme in like the entire community.
Let's unpack that. Why is that? What about him specifically? I have my own perception, but I want to hear what you guys think.
He's got a lethal face card. He's fucking gorgeous. No, not really. I've been told by some people he just looks like he's full of like filler. He just got like a gummy face and a very like unique one at that.
Very unique.
You can't look. You like it's like he has a face that you will remember.
Yeah.
Well, and also he's huge, and he's just essentially like
pause.
He's genuinely terrifying.
Right. Okay. He's terrifying, like you said. Like you see him running at you, or even just walking by you. You know this man means business.
There was that it was like I think Iraq. I forgot if they were in the same pools, but like the goalkeeper. I just remember like him absolutely fumbling a clear just because like you have 6 foot whatever Holland just charging at you full speed. Like I'd shit my pants.
Right.
Easy.
Well, also he's a nice dude, right? And he's generally, at least from what I've seen, he's just nice to everybody, kind to everybody.
He's just a kid. I think that's kind of the funny thing too. He's straight up a boy. He's just on Snapchat.
You can't hate him.
Like he has the personality of a boy, but he's a fucking unit. Like a human. I think that's what it is. Like he's, I don't want to say goofy. That's not the right word, but there's just some silliness to like his overall vibe that I think
he's like a
very
fighting
likable.
Game character. I think like he's so unique. Right. I feel like you could pick him as a fighting game character.
Yeah. Would you say that? Not to say that this is like a popularity contest or anything, but would you say that he has had the biggest rise since the World Cup began? Out of all the players, maybe him.
In terms of like.
Rise in terms of just like, okay, this guy could be a soccer / football star for the next 15 years.
I mean, him or Yamal still yet to cement that. I think that's going to be the case. But also, that kid's 19.
Yeah.
Like, that's a completely different story.
I don't like him either. In terms of he just whines a lot.
Why he just reminds you of your kids?
He's too young. Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Not that he's too young, but I don't think I haven't seen him play enough to comment. But he doesn't seem like he's that good from what I've watched of Spain. Everyone like Dylan is a Spain fan. Yeah, he's the youngest player on the World Cup as a striker. And he whines a bunch.
Interesting take on like I feel like soccer players are the most whiny out of everyone. Like, and like in that range of all soccer players, like I guess like 2020 LeBron James fits in there somewhere in terms of just like screaming for calls.
Why 2020 only?
I just have a very specific vision of him during like Bubble where he's just like Bubble constantly LeBron, Bubble LeBron was like always asking for calls. But yeah, I always feel like soccer players have like either the biggest ego or like are typically always like pleading with the ref as if like they're like trying to defend themselves in court. Like they're very passionate about trying to defend themselves against the ref.
To the point where
like I feel like, I hit somebody in like basketball or this is pass interference. Like that's okay, that makes sense. This is fine. But like, somebody like accidentally steps on an ankle and now like 3 people are in the ref's face being like, please don't.
Yeah.
And it's
pleading.
like, stop.
It's like, come on guys, let's go.
Let the ref call something. But you get one person in charge of 22 people. I guess that is a bit of a different story as compared to like, a smaller game like basketball.
Yeah. Aaron, before we started recording, you mentioned that you kind of, how did you start getting into soccer? You said you weren't into it for a while and then over the years.
I had a friend in dental school, or at least like my wife had a friend in dental school who became my friend by proxy. Of course, he's like super into soccer. We hung out once upon a time, played FIFA, and then next year was the World Cup. And he's like, hey, we should watch together. So we started watching games together. We started actually playing soccer together, like me and a bunch of other friends, which was like kind of a cute, casual, like, let's like do little small games. And eventually it was like, we should make an intramural team. And then I started playing soccer from there. So
nice.
Like soccer's slowly invaded its way into my life and rooted basketball out. But yeah, it's been a fun game. I think one of the things is like it's becoming it's getting a lot more traction in the US for sure.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit last week. And do you think it's gonna die as soon as the World Cup is done, or do you think it's actually gonna stay around?
From my heart, yes, I think it's over. It's all over. And I blame our team for not winning. I straight up cried when they won against Bosnia and Herzegovina
and went to the round of 16.
Yeah, I was like, this feels so good. And
right,
then
we're
like
finally good.
Yeah, they lose the next week, and I'm like, oh wait, never mind, we're ass.
Did you cry when we lost too?
No. I was disappointed and I stomped home.
You know who my wife would say has had the biggest rise in this World Cup is Bellingham.
Oh, there.
Bellingham.
Whoa. Come on.
All right, come on now.
She said he's very handsome. And I think,
what my wife said.
Yeah, I have to agree. He's a very handsome guy. Yes, Bellingham
Bellingham.
Bellingham's
a cutie.
Bellingham.
Okay.
I thought we were talking about Holland. I was like,
no.
Yeah, he's a good looking dude.
Jude. Yeah. Jude's his first name. I'd looked that up earlier, but he's good. And then what's the other guy in England? I know his name. Harry Kane, right?
Harry Kane.
Yeah. What's weird is like earlier last month, I thought the dude was like 45 because he looked 45.
Harry Kane does.
Yeah,
How old is he?
I feel like he's getting younger as the tournament's going on. Like each picture I see of him is just like of him getting younger and younger. He's 30.
How old is he?
He's our age.
32?
No way.
He's like 31, 32.
Oh, wow.
No
I thought he was at
way.
least 35, 36.
Let me Google this. Now, that's British genetics for you. Shout out to the British listener. Sorry.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he's 32.
Maybe I think it's the hairline, right?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's the hairline.
Hey, hold on. Like my hairline is going wherever it wants to go.
Yours looks great, first of all.
It's definitely lower than it used to be.
This is like a perfect transition that I want to get into. Have you guys seen people kind of shitting on the way that Neymar looked in this World Cup, and also Conor McGregor from the UFC fight?
I've seen the Conor McGregor stuff, not the Neymar stuff.
So I think a lot of people are just saying that based on their lifestyle, their drinking habits, their party animal personas, like they look just awful for their age. And I thought it was kind of extreme. I mean, Conor's now 38, and he looks older, obviously, than his last fight, which was 5 years ago. Neymar, I mean, I just thought it was like all the injuries that he's been dealing with.
He's 34. He's not that much older.
Right. I don't know. I just wanted to hear your guys' thoughts on, like, do you think that they're getting shit on unfairly, or they did live a hard life for a long time and it's catching up to them?
I didn't really notice the Neymar thing at all. Conor looked older, but I mean, he is older, so it's like,
right. Yeah. He still, I mean, he looked like he was in shape for the fight. If you look at his face, obviously he looks 5 years older. I'm not a fan by any means of Conor McGregor. Yeah, to be honest, I think he's kind of a piece of shit. But I was excited for the fight. So can we just get into the fight right now, I guess?
Yeah, let's transition into that.
Vegas didn't have the fight on at the sports books. Can you guys believe that?
Is that a conspiracy or?
So mind you, I'm crutching around on a torn ACL. And I'm like, hey, everyone, it's me and four other, good friends. So where are we going to watch the fight? And let's just go over to the Circa Sportsbook on Fremont Street. Perfect. It's going to be easy. And there's going to be room. We go over there and they say, no, you have to pay an extra $80 to go up to Stadium Swim to watch the fight. That's the only place to watch the fight. And we're like, no, there's no way that we're going to pay $80 to go up there and do it. So we go to another place, another sportsbook, same thing. No one's showing it. So we watch the fight on my phone, my little phone, around a small table, and we're all a little upset because that was the fight of the year, whatever, fight of the night, and obviously it went 15 seconds.
It was it was like it was his first kick that he threw is when he got injured.
Right. So needless to say, like, I was disappointed because I wanted more to see, but my bets won. I did not take Conor. I took Max. What'd you guys think of the fight?
He's just like you now, Jeff.
Yeah, which I feel for him in that sense.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying like, oh, was he hurt going in? I don't think he was. I just think he's old and his knee snapped.
That's exactly what I said. I got asked earlier in the week, like, oh, do you think he was hurt and he just didn't, like, was this set up? I'm like, no. Like, I actually believe he got hurt. Like, he's old.
Right.
Like, not everything has to be a conspiracy.
Right. When
like, he can just be old and get hurt.
Jump kick out of nowhere in the first 3 seconds. And Aaron, did you watch live?
I didn't. No, I've seen clips.
Okay. Do you watch UFC? Not a fan or anything?
Every now and then, yeah.
Okay.
Like it's in my algorithm somewhere, but it's mostly just like fight review.
Okay.
On the off chance I ever get in a fight, I should know what to do, right? Like I'm studying, using it as a.
I can't imagine you ever in a fight, Aaron, unless maybe with those
ever.
People at the dentist that get mad at you.
No, couldn't be.
All right, Adrian, any other thoughts on the UFC or sports? Aaron, any thoughts on UFC or sports?
No. I will say, I guess I was curious to see the fight. I don't know if you guys feel this way. I do feel like any excitement that I had around UFC in general after this, like for the next fight, and maybe I'm just saying this right now and my mind's going to completely change. I'm kind of like, whatever about
the next
UFC.
Conor fight?
Or just no, like anything. Like I feel like in a way, there's just something about this fight that kind of not tarnish the brand.
Put you off.
You know what it is? It's after the UFC 250 thing kind of sucking, and then now this. It's just like on a downhill for me.
See,
in terms of excitement from a spectator point of view.
Mm-hmm. I listened, and this is me being a bad podcast host, but I finally listened to you and Daniel's podcast and how you both were trashing UFC 250. And I was on my plane, and I could not disagree more. I thought it was great. Yes. I thought it was
George Washington lined up outside. Hey guys, I have this crazy idea. UFC 250, America 250. What if we have a fake George Washington to greet the fighters as they walk to the arena?
Okay, well, I'm not saying everything was great. I'm just saying that on a whole, or as a whole, it was a cool event to do one time. I was interested. I didn't watch every single fight because I got a little upset at the Michelle Obama comment, whatever, so I turned it off. But overall, I thought it was fun to watch. And this is not me being a UFC fan at all. I don't think that the night of UFC 250 tarnished it going forward. And if anything, I think it actually kind of improved their stock.
100%. Not 100%. I do think that the idea of having some sort of celebration around America, cool. Execution just was not there for me. There was nothing that felt like it elevated American excellence. It was more just like, hey, literal UFC arena in front of the White House, big lights, like that's it. And then
Let's
the fake George
UFC
Washington
here today.
Yeah. The only thing I'd say is that it needed real fans. It needed fans there around the cage instead of just a bunch of politicians. That would have made it better. But overall, that was fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's move on. Adrian, what are you feeling?
I'm ready to move to TV, movies, film, video games.
Okay.
Talk about that. All right.
Aaron, what have you been watching? What have you been playing? What have you been listening to?
Lately, I've been trying to get back into The Bear season 5. I think the final season just dropped. Have you guys watched The Bear?
Only the first season.
Yeah, okay, that's all you need to keep it at. The rest is like a very interesting art film of how the importance of creating, which I guess to some degree was nice. It was a thinker, made me think about what it meant to create and pursue perfection. But initially it was fun when it was just this scrappy, small business. Let's get the sandwiches going. That one was also very much close to my heart too, as a person who is both an artist and a small business owner.
Yeah.
Tickled my fancy a lot. Been playing video game wise a lot of Pal World. Have you guys heard of Pal World?
Heard of
Pal World.
What is it?
Yeah. Open world. It's as if I guess Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Pokemon had a baby. Mm-hmm. So a lot of open world mechanics. You can basically catch legally distinct pals in this world.
Is this on the Switch?
It's on, I think, PC, Xbox, PS5, I think.
You can play it on PS5, really?
Yeah, I think so. I know I've seen it on Xbox for sure.
Okay.
Because one of my friends is playing crossplay with it. But yeah, it's really fun. Open world gameplay, a lot of mining, base building, survival kind of game. It's really interesting to see how they've managed to come up with so many legally distinct non-Pokemon. And there was a point in time, I think Nintendo actually tried to hit these guys with a cease and desist.
Oh, wow.
Which didn't work, despite it being pretty much a very similar IP. But yeah, that's been fun. It's I would dare call it, at least my cousin calls it the game he didn't know he needed.
Huh.
Cause it tickles so many different, tastes. Cause there's people, if you love base building, if you love exploring, if you love shooting things, there's guns. I forgot to mention that. It's Pokemon with guns.
Oh, wow.
And the Pokemon have guns.
Are you, you're shooting the Pokemon?
So you're shooting the Pokemon.
I'd actually enjoy that.
and you're throwing balls at them to catch them. So in the same way,
there are like balls that you throw.
Yeah, they're called PAL spheres. Legally distinct.
It is.
That's what the lawsuit was about. They were trying to make a case like if the act of throwing the ball was the owned IP, right? Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
Interesting.
But it's been really cool. I think like I remember playing it in early access like 2 years ago, and it's now finally out with an official release. So, like everything is quote unquote done. I still don't understand the plot. I guess like you're just a castaway who washes up on I think it's called the Palapagos Islands, like Palapagos.
How much does it cost?
Don't know. I couldn't tell you. Probably super cheap. I remember getting
he's like another admins.
No, I got this one. I promised I paid for this one.
I was like, how are you playing it?
I got it for free too.
It's $21. $21 right
nothing.
now.
Okay.
Is this on PlayStation 2?
I have to guess so. Yeah, I think so. It's currently on sale. Yeah, definitely a lot of fun.
Okay, I'm gonna try it out. Adrian, what you been watching, playing, listening to?
I have not. Have I watched anything new? No, I haven't. Oh, you know what? I finally got around to though. The Hail Mary Project.
What'd you think?
My mom came over to visit this past weekend, and we watched it together because she's into like sci-fi and stuff. And I was like, "Oh, perfect! I haven't watched it. You'll enjoy this." I enjoyed it a lot.
Quick synopsis as to what it is.
Yes, because you haven't seen it.
I've heard the name. I don't know what it's about.
So it is a space film. Ryan Gosling is the main actor. This shouldn't necessarily give away or ruin the movie, but it's like he's a science teacher at a middle school who basically gets pushed out of his science practice, or how would you put it, Jeff?
He's got to go to space to get something important, right?
Yeah, he's got to go to space to get something important, like the world depends on it type of thing. But he doesn't. He's actually not supposed to go, but he ends up having to go because he's this guy that has specific knowledge about this thing.
Okay, you're making it too complicated. Sorry. What's the shorter version?
The English teacher being like more succeint, please.
And then he meets a cool rock and they form a friendship. That's all you need to know.
The Rock?
Yeah, not the wig? Rock. He meets a
he has
cool
the wig.
Rock. That's where the wig started, right there. They were like, "Oh shit, that works."
That'd be crazy. There's a planet.
Yeah,
it has something to do with me.
Like a solid 8 out of 10. Adrian, what would you give it? Don't say 6.
Solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it's solid. The power of friendship is high in that one. What else?
Love it.
Okay. What else have you been watching?
That's it. Honestly, that's all I've watched. Everything else is just I've been wrapped up.
I finally saw Marty Supreme yesterday, and
what'd you think?
I also liked it a lot. It's weird. It's very weird. 8 out of 10 from me. I thought Chalamet was really good. Did I want or expect more from it? Not really. I thought the honey and the bees scene. You guys remember that part?
Oh God, yeah.
Where he's getting licked by all the prisoners in I think in Auschwitz, and he covers himself in honey, and then they're all licking him. That part like kind of came out of nowhere and startled me, I will say. But the actual plot, Adrian is looking like he doesn't remember that scene. Did you watch the movie? You don't remember that when Marty's buddy is never mind, I'm not gonna say it again. But overall, yeah, I enjoyed it. And then X-Men 97 season 2 is banging. I love that show. It's the animated one. It's about halfway through the season. I don't like animated shows, but that one for some reason I'm really digging. So
okay.
All right.
I thought Marty Supreme was a fantastic movie.
Yeah,
I'm happy you finally got a chance to watch it.
It had a good plot. It felt artsy. It carried my attention all the way through. Apparently, I don't remember certain things. But all good.
Aaron, give me your quick ideas and thoughts on Sony discontinuing physical media in 2028. So Sony said that the PlayStation 5 or 6, whatever's out that year, no more physical games sold at stores. You have to buy all digital now. My dad was pissed. I want to hear your thoughts.
I'm sad for the collectors for sure. I do think that there is validity in keeping things digital just from like the eco standpoint. And also the only thing that I consider this could probably be a problem is hard drive space at the end of the day. Because as a PC gamer, having to have like multiple drives for multiple games can be kind of an issue. And for Sony to probably be like, oh, okay, we got the 1 terabyte PS5, you can buy this now, so you can fit all your games on here, is I think the anticipated predatory practice that comes with something like this.
Adrian, what do you think?
So general down
thumb. Okay.
Yeah,
no,
don't like it.
I think that's exactly right. Everything you described is how it makes sense to me as well.
I actually buy all my stuff digitally now too, just because I do have, the hard drive space and I'm lazy. I don't want to go out and get it at a store. But I think you're right in that people that maybe want to save some money and they buy and sell used games, so they're kind of getting shit on right here. And the people that collect and just like to have their stuff in their room with them, that's kind of a bummer. And also, like, in 20 years, when you want to play that old game and you have to, dig out maybe your old, PS5 or whatever, is it even going to work? Like me,
download it from PSN,
right? Or maybe like for some reason, maybe you're at a place that doesn't have great Wi-Fi, and now obviously everywhere has great Wi-Fi. But what if it just doesn't work? I think that
isn't it the same thing though every time?
Like
even when you have the disc now, like you insert the disc into the system and there's still like an online component, like where
like it's going to make you download the updates.
But you can still play offline to circumvent that.
Right. Most games, I think some games are like, no, you have to be online, which is crazy. And then now that with the whole GTA 6 thing, and then they're saying like it's only going to come out digitally at first, but then they're going to release a store-bought version, but in the store-bought box is just a code to download the game.
Just a box, yeah.
Right. You're literally just buying the box so you can go home and then download the game. You're not buying a disc, which I think is crazy.
Yeah. Because like at that point, why go out?
Right. What are you doing? Exactly. Maybe just like if you're buying it for someone for a gift. I don't know. Okay. Let's keep it rolling. You want to do At Our Age? Adrian, you said you got a good one.
Let's do it. I saw a video that inspired this question. All right, so at our age, I have to ask, can you guys give me a unique core childhood memory that most people probably experienced? I'll start to make it easier.
Okay.
Your parents get done yelling at you. You go into your room, you're pissed off as fuck, but you're making no noise. You're just like yelling silently and you're just so angry. And then you just like grab the pillow and then you just yell into it. Core memory.
Did it happen once to you or multiple times?
You guys never did this?
No, of course I did.
I've done it. Yeah. I did that last week.
I do that every night before bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I was going to say something similar, but like, running away from home and then making it across the street and sitting down on the curb and just looking pissed off back at your house and then just like waiting for them to come get you, like, oh, they're going to come want me back. And then they don't come. And then you realize, no, I should probably just walk back home. And then you come in, you're like, damn, they got me. That's one.
I definitely feel a lot of people have done that. I for one haven't, but I can see how that like
you didn't run away from home.
I've not done that. No.
Yeah, I ran away a couple times and then I came back.
When they say run away, it's like you don't actually get away.
No,
you're like still on the same street.
You're like down the block.
Yeah.
I ran away from home one time.
Yeah. I think my dad said, go ahead, see how far you get. And then I didn't get far.
Do we think that that's good parenting?
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. And I was old enough to know better. If you're saying that to maybe a 5-year-old kid that doesn't know, I think it's different. I was probably 10.
Okay, yeah. To add to, do we think if that's good parenting? I think the setup that leads up to that moment makes the difference.
What do you mean?
If you just neglect your child and then they do that, then no, that's not good parenting.
Yeah.
If you do your job as a parent and they're just like being a brat and they do that, yeah, like let them do it. They know
By
better.
all means, go ahead, go to the stop sign.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Aaron, what's yours?
Oh man, I don't know if I have one. I gotta think.
I have another real fast. Shitting your pants for the first time.
First time.
was the second time?
What do you mean first time?
So, okay, me and Aaron were really good friends in elementary school. So, Aaron, one day...
I'm scared. Where's this going? Because I did not shit my pants at this point.
He's like, Aaron, I didn't tell you, but I was next to you.
Aaron, do you remember when, like, you had to grab the ball and race to claim the basketball court? Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there was one court that was always better at our school. So I ate my lunch really, really fast. And this is probably part of the issue. And, and then I grab the ball and I'm first to race down to the best basketball court. And I'm there. I claim it. I'm shooting my hoops, all feeling good. And no one's around me. And then I feel a fart coming. And I farted and I shit my pants like bad.
You sharted.
I sharted. And this is fourth grade. So, you're young. And I remember just thinking to myself, oh, I can't be here. So I went and ran away. I ran to the... I ran to the gutter on the field. I left the ball where it was. I ran to the gutter and I just sat down because I didn't know what else to do.
No shot.
Right. I sat down in my pants.
Pants on?
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
Until everyone started to come ask if I was okay. I didn't know what to do. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Just leave me alone. My stomach hurts. And then I think I eventually went and just tossed my underwear out and went along the rest of the day as best I could.
No underwear.
Yeah. But it was a bad day.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you didn't notice, Aaron.
First time?
I
had no idea about this one.
Yeah. That was the only time that I remember. So
wow.
Yeah.
I think every kid has shit their pants at least once.
Yeah. You got any others, Adrian?
I do have another one. I mean, I definitely did this, and I know other people that have done this, or have done this in general. I want to see if either of you have. It's I don't know if you're for me, it might have been playing hide and seek with my brother, but you go hide and you just don't come out. And to the point where your parents think something's wrong or you're gone. I thought this was hilarious as a kid, not funny. You guys ever do that? Hide in a closet and no one checked?
And then they just kept looking for you?
And they just kept looking?
How long did you wait there for?
Probably 2 hours at least.
That sounds like a skill issue.
I thought it was the funniest thing as a kid, but
they're actually freaking out?
They were freaking out. And I would just hear them where's Adrian?
You're just that good of a hider, I guess.
Yeah, you won the game.
It was the closet that everyone opened and nobody got to check.
I know. I did that. I did this once where I hid in the closet and I put a blanket or a hoodie over me. And then I just kept trying to stifle my breathing whenever the door would open because they would check in there frequently, but they would never find me.
Right.
God, you guys are just master hiders. Were they pissed when you guys came out?
The funniest part too is we're tall, we're larger people. Right. Yeah,
it was
surprised we're able to kind of squeak away.
Yeah, it was the closet. At least for the house that we were in at the time, it was the closet by the stairs. So it had that deep, yeah,
the Harry Potter section.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say also
that's exactly where I was too. Yeah.
Okay. I got last one for the core childhood memory. First time you broke something that was not a good thing to break, and you try to hide it.
Oh,
do you guys remember what that was?
What's yours? Let me think.
For me, it was this giant vase that we had bought on a trip to Mexico, and it was this almost, it was a handcrafted vase, but I'm talking big, 3.5 feet tall to 4 feet at least. And I was playing catcher or with a bouncy ball and it fell in. So I flipped the vase upside down, but dropped it and it just shattered. And I'm I tried to put something on top because it was just the top piece and swore that nobody would notice. And then my parents found out and they're like, who did this? And I was like, I don't know. I just
couldn't be me.
Found that. What do you mean?
You blame Hector.
Yeah.
Mine is, I didn't even break anything. It was more I deleted something. You'll like this one, Aaron. My dad had a save on Gran Turismo 3 or Gran Turismo 2 on the PS1, PS2, back when there were memory cards. And he had been working on this for days, weeks, maybe longer. And I just deleted his save for the entire game. On accident. I didn't know what I was doing. I think I started a new career and I deleted his save with all his cars, his entire garage. I don't think I've seen my dad more pissed off at a 5-year-old. And I'll never forget.
Yeah. Steaming.
Yeah. So I guess I broke his career.
Yeah.
All right. Aaron, do you want to do yours for at our age?
Yeah. At our age, I have to ask, I guess, is it still acceptable to have like colored LED lights? We talking like LED strips? Because I was passing by, I live next to a hospital, and there's like a children's wing, and I'm looking at the difference between the two of these buildings, and like the adult wing is like drab and boring and has like lights on. There's like regular hallways. And I look at the kids section, and it's like a freaking rave in there. Like every room has its own different color, and it's really cute. Is this like a kid thing to just enjoy colors?
No. I think
Fellas,
the kids can share.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's funny. I'm glad you brought this up. I've actually had the thought to put like the strips on the,
around
the corners of, around the room, basically around the whole room, if I could. But it's got a little color, a little fun.
Exactly.
Feng shui.
Like I think there's a part of me that feels like it's extremely immature to be like, oh, I want to have like cool, fun colored lights, or like I want to feel like I'm in like a basement of like a frat house or something like that. I need to like set a mood. But like for me, I don't know. Maybe it's just a matter of not being so nonchalant anymore. That like you're allowed to set moods. I think that. But for some reason, it just feels so not adult to just turn my room pink for fun.
I think that's okay. I don't think it's meant to be mature. I think it's even if it is immature, like that's okay.
Right.
I feel like more and more people need to embrace just having fun and like satisfying like the little kid in you, because life is serious enough. And also like, why are we taking ourselves so serious?
Definitely.
This is the deeper thought here is just like on a millennial generation level. I mean, like Pokemon cards having the resurgence, like collectibles, toys. I feel like there's so much more of an appetite for people embracing that inner child, and in any type of way that it can show up, whether it's the things that they collect, or maybe it's like a specific t-shirt that they wear or accessory or whatever. So like, why not?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's do hot takes, and then we'll do what hurts, what feels good, and then we'll wrap it up. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
I'll be fast. Mine is just that boys' trips are important, and you should do more of them. I did a boys' trip to Vegas.
That's a cold take, actually. I think that's a very normal, average take.
I think as we get older, it becomes more and more like, I'll put that on the back burner. We can do it later. We shouldn't do it all. We have our families, wives, whatever. But you're right. It's not even hot. But I get reminded of whenever I take a boys trip, I was like, yeah, that was good. Did we spend some money? Yes.
I really needed this.
I definitely needed this trip. Yeah, that's mine.
That's great.
I like that.
Mine is, I think anybody can be a DJ. Which is like, all right, cool, accessibility, but like sometimes it's also not super duper impressive. Because as long as you know some music and you can count to like 16, you can probably be a DJ. Which is cool, but like I guess like I'm demystified at the like some of the talent some people have. Let me also preface this with like, anybody can be a DJ. Not everyone can be a good DJ. But like the barrier to entry for it has been so low that like it almost doesn't feel cool anymore.
I think like being a rapper started feeling that way for like a long while back too.
Yeah. I get that.
Or I mean, just like so many things, right?
Say about podcasts.
I think the podcast. Like we got a podcast too now. Like everyone has a podcast. Yeah. So yeah, you're not wrong.
Saturated market.
Yeah, like I've had thoughts about that too. It's like at some point though, does everything become not worth doing? Like I don't think so.
Right. Like it's still
definitely
still worth it. Yeah. At least to us, or at least to whoever's trying it out.
Yeah. It's the process and the craft that's got to be celebrated. Right. Not exactly the end game, not the end result.
At least until I can figure out how to prompt ourselves into the AI podcast.
Joy, whatever. What's yours, Adrian?
I don't. It's funny. I have one, but we've had enough conversations around this. I don't have one for this episode.
Okay. Let's go. What hurts this week? What feels good? Adrian, start us off.
Nothing hurts. I am looking forward to the weekend. I don't have any plans, any specific plans. My plan is to do nothing. And Perfect. I'm very excited for that.
Mm-hmm. Aaron?
I think one thing that I've been finding that is particularly more and more painful is like coming home from work, finishing dinner, and then it's like 9:30. And I'm like, what the hell? Where did my day go? Where did the time go? Mm-hmm. It's also in part the fact that the sun is still up until like late 7s, early 8s. That's like, okay, cool. There's still day, but there really isn't, just on the clock. What does feel really good is when I actually commit myself to like sleeping at like 11:30, and waking up at a solid 7:30 and getting like a normal 8 hours. That hasn't happened for a long time, but I anticipate that will happen today. I hope.
Yeah. Just feel like a new person the next day.
Yeah, definitely. Like your back doesn't hurt anymore.
Yeah.
You can breathe. Like,
right. Mine is just with my knee. I'm finally doing the physical therapy every day. And it feels good. I'm finally moving it around. It's like the most basic of just like heel slides, back and forth. But it's tough. My knee has pretty much only like half of the mobility that it should. But yeah, it's getting better.
Is your thigh like super small?
Yeah. So my thigh, my quad, even my calf is like all really small. Just after a month of really not doing anything. I haven't taken a step in a month on the right leg. So at the end of the month.
What do they have you in? Like, are you like in a brace?
Full locked out brace, yeah, and I'm supposed to wear it at all times, even when I sleep. But when I ice it or when I am doing the PT, I can go, back and forth and move it around. But yeah, so at the end of the month, I'm hoping that they can take me out of the brace, and I can start walking. But overall, like mentally, like feeling good. My birthday's tomorrow, so am I excited for that? Not really, but it is what it is. I think me and Toy are just gonna hang out all day. 32 feels cool. Here we are.
Love that. Happy birthday, Joe.
Yeah, thanks, big dog. I called my grandpa today real fast just because he had called me when I was in Vegas and just say what's up. And he had just had hip surgery as well. So me and him are both gimping around. And I told him I was turning 32 tomorrow. And he's like, holy shit, 32. Time flies. And I was like, yeah, grandpa, time does. so that's cool. He couldn't even believe it. Okay. Were you guys ready? The last segment, really quick, rapid fire.
Let's do it.
You have less than 5 seconds to say your answer, and it's got to be like 3 words max. Ready? For both of you. Aaron goes first each time. Aaron, your go-to basketball move.
Post fade.
Adrian?
Spin move.
Favorite basketball movie.
Space Jam.
Love his basketball.
I would say that too.
Some of these Aaron only has to do because you did it last week, Adrian.
Yeah, I did it last week.
Favorite karaoke song?
I have a list and I unfortunately can't think of one. Pass. I have a whole list. Sorry.
Best TV show of all time?
Breaking Bad.
Best movie of all time?
Pass.
Best concert you've been to all time?
I was just at EDC this past May. I don't know if we call that a concert, but it was the greatest experience of my life so far.
Favorite sports-related memory?
Buzzer beater, game winner when I was like 14.
Sick.
A high school summer league game.
Last one. Best PS2, Xbox 360, best PS2, Xbox, GameCube era game.
SSX 3.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. I could go on for years about that.
I thought you were for sure going either Super Smash or RE4.
For some reason, I don't necessarily consider Smash as since it's one of those competitive titles, I wouldn't really fit it in. I think people would think Smash is the GameCube era game, but the one that stuck with me is SSX 3.
Sick.
Easily. Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, there we go. Adrian, you have any last questions for Aaron before we go?
No, just want to say thanks, man. Thanks for joining us on the pod. Hope you had fun.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me.
It was a great conversation. I loved our music combos. Let's go.